What the?
So now you're reacting to the 5-member girl group Red Velvet. First we'll react to their B-side song Bad Dracula, released on their 3rd mini album Russian Roulette, which was released in September 2016.
This album cover is awesome.
Bad Dracula is an upbeat, synth-heavy song about a girl who isn't sure what she's supposed to be. As a vampire, she's not scary enough or cold enough. She's a bad Dracula who just wants to party and dance.
I mean, who could blame her?
Yeah, it is composed by
Thomas May shoot.
Courtney Woolsey and Choi Sukjin.
So you got a stupid Cupid, now we got Bad Dracula.
Yeah.
Naughty Santa Claus.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
Whoa, holy shit.
Okay, I like the percussion section. It's a whole smorgasbord of poppy sounds.
It's slapping me in the face, dude, every beat. Holy shit.
Oh, that's cool.
That's nice. Hits, building tension. Whoa. That's cool. Whoa. That's very nice.
Also,
Like
why'd you go
video game
major?
music.
You should have leaned into the...
Because she just wants to dance and have fun, okay?
Yeah, but it really was into the... You can still have that and still have the 7 Sharp 9 vibe, which is what was going on before.
No, you can't. That's what the song is trying to prove, Henry.
Yeah, and then they get really like
Oh my God.
dirty with the berry sex.
This is too many colors.
It's like almost like
My
50s
brain is
Motown,
frying.
like a little bit.
Okay, K-pop is so like caffeinated compared to other pop, like American pop music, I think. So this one's like 4 Red Bulls.
That's so cool. The mid-cymbal hit editing, that's so cool. Whoever mixed this he deserves an award.
Oh my god.
Man, they're used to switching everything all the time.
It really does sound like video game music in the back though, because like
It sounds like a racing game.
8-bit vibe. Yeah. It's like really fast paced.
It's
And
like
then you
Rainbow
have
Road
like the 8-bit going
or
like
something.
in 16th notes behind, like but big leaps.
Bridge. I'm ready. Using the material from the beginning. Ooh. Ooh. This is really well done.
What's up?
It's really well done.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
Nice vocal slide. Good place for that.
At the end, they start riffing.
Yeah.
It's
They're
hilarious.
sliding their notes. Oh my god. These B-sides. Where are they coming from?
Where are they coming
So
from?
good.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, well, you
It's
know,
like
that's
when
how
you
you
lose
do
a video
it.
game and then they're just like game over. Please insert 25 cents to continue.
Yeah, there you go. I really like it when they start a section by speaking, and then you hear like these intervals, but they're clearly not pitched because they're da 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 da, and then as the line goes on, they suddenly just end up in pitch.
Like very like perky sounds just shooting all over. So it's just like, I don't know. It's like your brain is flaring up with dopamine. Like, this is fun. So it's like we're talking about how everything's flaring up. Like, wow! Like, this is why casinos are so amazingly good at it. They close you off in a building with flashing lights everywhere. So it's like there's that idea of like bubbly and like the flashing lights, the loud noise or like tinkering sounds that they go for. It's very exhilarating because you're just on this ride. It's almost like an addiction. I feel like K-pop industries are really smart with playing the addictive side, because the way that casinos they get your attention is when you play it flashing, it's like you could keep going, and then it just kind of grabs your attention. So the very end when it just simmers down, now you want more.
I know, yes, that's huge.
We've talked about this literally before on this camera.
Yeah.
Do you know me?
What colors did you see?
Too fucking many.
It's different for everybody, but for me, it's just like, depending on what I'm hearing, will be different shades that'll just pop up in my vision, and they're just everywhere. And on that song, it was like kaleidoscope, and that just hurt. That hurt, and it was changing too fast. It was too much. It was a lot of movement. It was like not enjoyable at all whatsoever. That fried my brain.
So one thing that was really cool was the fact that like in the beginning you thought the quarter note was here and how you're feeling the beat. So if like this was playing in a club, everybody would like, you know, be like bobbing their heads like this. And then for the verses, it just like goes into halftime where it's like, like that was a nice like little drop. Also, I love the triplet figures like boop 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 blah. That was really, really cool because it was unexpected and I didn't think they were gonna do that, but they did it. And then bam, like goes back into cut time with like that fast 2 and 4 kind of feel to build intensity. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I really liked all the textures going on. Obviously the keyboards and the synths.
Dude, the synths were sick.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I really like
an
the patches
oscillating type of sound onto it. That was really cool. The intro, I thought was a really cool way to set it up with the tenor.
I didn't know what to expect with the tenor.
Yeah, just what's going on? What's this gonna be?
It's a good example of subverting the listener's expectations, where you think it's gonna go one direction and then they surprise you and go a different direction. But you like the direction they go better than what you were expecting.
And that's also part of the triplets thing.
Yep.
It breaks it up, and it kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat, and it kind of disorients you in a way.
Definitely.
Always with Red Velvet, there's this like gospel R&B, like the way they like run some of their things and like some of the specific like scale patterns they use. It's like literally right out of the book, which I actually kind of enjoy because they like use it in a newer way or a different way.
But you know what it reminds me of though?
What?
Like those tempo changes where it went into like the triplets and it just like the tempo suddenly got slower. It reminded me of like Bohemian Rhapsody, where there's like sudden drop of tempo and like complete change of rhythm.
So it occurred to me that like a lot of these songs are using, I mean, it's like, it's modal mixture, but it's the specific use of dominant material, meaning like material that sounds like it's leading up to something. And that material is leading you to believe that the thing that we're going to is in minor. But then, bam, as soon as we get there, it's like major. I just like hear it everywhere in these songs. But I actually kind of appreciate it because it's not something that American pop would kind of like venture into. Like I'm making a broader like K-pop statement. Like I appreciate how, I feel like these are the statements that we all started out saying when you came on the channel. Like a lot of us hearing this like music that we necessarily wouldn't have heard before. I just appreciate how willing these artists are to like take conventions from America and roll with them, but incorporate them and use like theoretical like choices that American music would not use like at all. Like I really appreciate a lot of the weird, like we're always able to comment on like weird harmonic things that isn't necessarily so blatant in like most American pop music, or even there, period. So I like appreciate that.
So Lucky Girl was released on the same exact album. It was the Russian Roulette album, and this is a retro-style dance pop talking about a woman who is confident in herself and tells a boy she likes, who acts like he doesn't know anything, that she's his lucky girl. Composed by Haley Aiken and Ollie Pop.
Yeah, let me go tell my boyfriend, hey, I'm your lucky girl.
Yeah, right.
That'll go over real well. He'll be like, okay.
All right, here we go. Yes.
Oh. Whoa. It's like that tape.
Nice shuffle feel.
Yeah.
Good. And that like brass band, almost like New Orleans kind of second line groove.
Right.
Ooh, that was nice.
What
What? Not where we started. It's a different key altogether.
mean, the beat's the same. The groove.
The way you feel it, though, is different.
Oh, minor? Wow. Opposite of Picardy. Now it's major again. What are you, Beethoven? Minor, major, minor, major?
What the heck was
wow,
that?
you're going between B flat minor major to B minor major. It's half step apart. The heck? That's kind of crazy. Like you're alternating back and forth. It's not just like an final effort.
I like this. I just like these. It feels good. Feels good.
Feels good. Got a thumbs up. What? And then this part.
Dissonance.
I think that's in a completely different key.
Scooby-Doo-wop. Scooby-Doo-wop. Doo-wop, we got doo-wop now.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
jazz
funny.
reference.
See, that's deceptive. That doesn't go where it's supposed to go.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Oh yeah. Techno, baby.
Oh man. It shows the angst. All this creepy key change, it shows the angst.
And then the next second, it's
Is this
terrifying
my
as
favorite
heck.
mini album ever? Possibly.
You hear it? Shooby-doo-wop, shooby-doo-wop, shooby-doo-wop.
Minor. Oh, we're keep going.
There's flat 6.
Going through each member.
Dot.
Wow.
Key girl. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, it's not until the second time that we got to the weird, creepy music box section that I realized the melody is actually da 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 da. As a Mary, a Momoland stan, I have to reference Freeze because it's a song that literally goes da 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 da. That's the main hook. I've always thought like, man, they just shouldn't incorporate circus music into pop and make it like actually work because it doesn't. But then I hear this and it proves me wrong.
Can you add that to my playlist? I love this song. I love how it just like you would get into like the groove and then they'd be like, just kidding, we're in a different key now, but only for like 1 second and now we're back. Bitch, you thought. I like that.
Modulations to half steps away are cool, and I appreciate the fact that they're willing to have a chorus be a half step higher than their verses. That's tough to pull off and make something convincing of it. I just would never do it in that way. Like, I would never think to do it in that way.
I mean, it's like very jarring in the way they do it here. Like, the transition isn't necessarily smooth.
Or a transition.
Well, yeah. So I'm not sure the concept was like crazy. I think you're right that I'd say if they had like a really solid pivot chord, or even just like a sequence kind of that like got you there.
I would have even appreciated them going from like, because the verses were in B flat. If they had like a big old F7 chord as like a thing, and then they went up to like a G flat 7, doubling as an F sharp, and then having that be 5 to B, like sort of in that augmented way that you're talking about, having like flat 6 become this augmented 6. That would be cool if it, and you could even keep the like carnival instruments up top. If you had that down below, your ear would hear that it was going there. But like when they did it the first time, I was like, it was just like, God, now we're here, like. And there's times when that's cool, and there's times when it's just like, what happened? Like, it feels like your plane is falling apart midair.
Shooby-doo-wop, shooby-doo-wop. Red Velvet hits a very special place, and you know what? I think they might be like my favorite like group I think, because they're just consistently entertaining, consistently good.
I didn't think that was as good as the others.
So you like Bad Dracula better?
Yeah, I think it's way better.
Oh, I mean, I would agree with Dara, but it's like, it's still as fun to listen to.
Oh, well, yeah.
I enjoyed it. There was like that weird like circus-esque like nah boo boo kind of like vibe that was.
There was Shooby-Doo-Up too.
There was like the Shooby-Doo-Up. There was like that weird, you know. Hey, yeah, there was sad trombone. It did start to get a little repetitive, and I think that just goes to show how powerful like an extra 30 seconds can be, and how it can like make or break. Like how we were talking about with Bad Dracula, how like it ended at the perfect moment, and that hit like exactly 3 minutes. But it's like this 3 minutes and 30 seconds is just a little bit. Even though it's 30 seconds, it still felt like long. Like it was entertaining. Was it as good as the other stuff? Like nah, but I think consistently Red Velvet stuff that when it's not as good is still better than like when some other Yeah, I would agree. So it's like that's what I like about them is like even in their not, it's because they set such a high bar for themselves. It's like you kind of hold them to it, and it's good to have that bar.
Hello everyone, I'm Umu React to K channel creator, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed or learned something from it. If you'd like to support us or help React to K grow, you can do so by visiting our Patreon and help us out by pledging any amount you can. Till next time.